This is the Global Economic Commodities Scrap Metal and Recycling Report by our Bentley roll-off trailer and lugger truck, November 30th, 2020. U.S. weekly crude steel production rose to 1.582 million tons, a multi-month high on continued slow economic growth, but the increasing stay-at-home orders are slowing U.S. growth. Crude oil price rose to $45.53 a barrel, near a multi-month high, up 8% for the week on hopes of a quick vaccine and on the formal start of the Biden administration transfer, but as oil supplies increase. The U.S. weekly oil rig count jumped to 320, but is still down 80% from the 2014 high. Low demand and oversupply is keeping prices and U.S. and global production low. U.S. weekly crude oil production rose to 11 million barrels a day, above the recent low, as low demand and low prices are keeping production low. Scrap steel number one HMS export buying price Philly rose to $245 a gross ton, near a year-to-date high on increased European demand and tight supply. Scrap steel number one HMS price was steady at $249.33 a gross ton, a multi-month high, as increased U.S. and global demand are creating upward price pressure for December. Hot rolled coil steel rose to $39 a hundredweight, a multi-year high on increased demand and increased scrap and iron ore prices. Copper price rose to $2.42 a pound, a 6-year high on strong Chinese demand. Higher copper price is a great positive economic indicator. Aluminum price rose to 90 cents a pound, a 2-year high on the same strong Chinese demand. The U.S. dollar index versus other currencies in the world fell to 91.8, near a multi-year low due to the weak U.S. economy. This makes commodities priced in U.S. dollars higher in price, but lowers the cost for non-U.S. countries to buy U.S. goods. November's U.S. consumer sentiment was revised lower to 76.9, the lowest since August, as future expectations declined on COVID's resurgence. It was the first time in 4 years that Democrats versus Republicans were more optimistic about the economy. U.S. third quarter GDP from the previous quarter was reaffirmed that it grew at 33.1% annualized, the fastest in history. But this is 33.1% from a much lower base. Sadly, note GDP in the second half of 2018 and all of 2019 was 1.3 to 2.9%, not the government's forecasted 3 and 4%. October's U.S. home sales fell slightly to 999,000 annualized, but remained near a 14-year high, fueled by low interest rates and people moving out of the cities. This is outstanding news for future spending as people outfit new homes. November's U.S. IHS Manufacturing Index jumped to 56.7, with the strongest expansion in factory activity since September 2014, as new business improved and as the rise in manufacturing was the fastest since March 2015. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 647 points to 29,910, near the record high, as the broader S&P 500 closed at a record high on great vaccine news and hopes of more Federal Reserve pumping up of the economy. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all stay safe in these very difficult next 6 months.